and I barely got any on. Yay! So, I just wanted to do a little video on expectations and the expectations we have, A, of other people, and B, of ourselves. Having expectations basically can really help create a shit ton of pressure around what should be or what should happen and what you want to get out of something or what you must have or what you've got to have. There's so much pressure around when you have like high, especially people who have high expectations. Now, you know, I have high expectations, right? Of myself. I've learnt to drop them with other people, because when you expect things from other people, you're shifting that freaking pressure on them to deliver on something that they may or may not want to deliver on, or they may or may not even want to participate in. So I guess my message that I want to get across is like, learn to drop your expectations with other people. The only person you ever have control over is yourself. You only have control over your actions. All you can ever do is give people a choice or the opportunity, and then it's actually their responsibility to get involved or take action or, give back to you, really. So in terms of other people, don't expect things of other people, right? Because like I just said, you can't control them. You can, and when rather than expecting things from other people, learn to be able to give without expectation. What goes around always comes around, right? So, you know, what you give to one person, you will never know the catapultive effect of what you gave to that person and who they gave that to and the impact that it had on other people. So a lot of the time you just need to trust yourself that when you help somebody, it will, it's the follow-on effect, right? You don't always have to have something back from somebody. Stop, especially when it comes to giving. So when you give to somebody, when you're giving with an expectation to get something back, what happens when you don't get it back? You get disappointed, you get hurt, you feel sad, you feel angry, you feel a catapult of emotions when you give and you expect to get something back and you never get it back. And this especially goes it's a big thing when you're dating someone. I found this a lot, when you give something or you do something for them, or you, for the sake of simple shit, when you send a text message and you expect an answer back, a particular answer back, or you expect something back. When you put all these expectations on other people, a lot of the time you create disappointment for yourself because it didn't happen the way that you wanted it to. And then there's the expectation of things happening the way you want it to when you can't control somebody else. So the only person you can control is yourself. So learn to drop the expectations when it comes around to other people. Now, when it comes to yourself and learning to drop the expectations, that one's a little bit more challenging. And I'm still learning to do it, right? Sorry, I've got to get rid of this hair in my mouth. And let's have a look at this, double chin view here until I come back. So learning to drop the expectations with yourself, it can be challenging. And I always say there's two sides to this, right? There's two sides to expectations with yourself. The first side is it is a hugely positive thing, right? Because if you didn't have the urge or the need or the want for high expectations of yourself, if you didn't have that, you'd be happy with just mediocre shit, right? And the tables would be turning, same shit, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. You wouldn't be striving for things. You wouldn't be passionate or driven or motivated or have the oomph to be able to go for things that you really want. And So that's a really positive thing, right? You've got these expectations because you know you can deliver more and more and more and more and more. So it's an amazing quality to have, your drive and your passion and your motivation and your expectations. However, it's knowing, like, I've got to swap arms. I trained shoulders yesterday and my arms are killing me. So, or my shoulders actually. And I'm holding coffee from 7 grams. They're both not for me, by the way. And I didn't order my normal strong one. I just ordered like a normal one. So I'm backing off on my caffeine one step at a time, right? So with the expectations with yourself, so there's a positive side, which is like is that without that quality, you wouldn't actually be where you are today, or you wouldn't have the goals that you have today. However, the other side of it is, with your expectations, you cannot do any more than show up as your best. You cannot give any more than give your best. You cannot be, if you're waking up every day being a better version than you were the day before, then that is all you can do, right? And when you take away the expectation for you to keep on delivering and be more amazing and, you know, it's got to be more, I've got to be enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. Like, how much fucking pressure is that on you? And you got to ask yourself the question, when is enough? When is it enough? When will you be good enough? When will what you do be good enough? When you have those expectations and you're never delivering on them because they're so goddamn high every single day that you, and the pressure that you put on yourselves with them, you're always constantly striving and focusing on the future, right? So then you start living in the future and you forget about the now. And you forget about like how far you've come like 6 months ago. You forget about how far you come 12 months ago. You forget all of that because you're so focused on being even better than what you are trying to be today, which is your best version today. If you can be a little bit better than you were yesterday, do a little bit more than you were yesterday, then like you're kicking goals, right? Because you pretty much have got the choice to sit on your ass and do nothing. And if you weren't driven or had expectations in the first place, that would probably be you. But you are driven and you are motivated and you do have expectations, and just give yourself a bit of a break, right? And, you know, write down, what can I do to show up as my best today? Make a list if you need to, right? Because if you are like myself, I'm my own worst critic. So actually getting it out of my own head and writing it on paper or talking to somebody else who I know is going to give me that information or help me see that I am doing my best instead of me being hard on myself for not doing my best. Make a list of all the things that you can do to be your best possible version at the moment. And are you doing them? Well then, if you are, like, what more can you do? Can you see how you're just being hard on yourself because you just like tearing yourself a new bum hole? So I'm going to go because my coffee is getting cold. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. I'm currently running a 4-week mindset online program. My women are killing it. And we talk about this stuff every day, right? And they've started taking the pressure off themselves and actually like moving forward in leaps and bounds by stripping away shit instead of adding it. We get in this habit of like piling shit on us. It's like we consume all the stress and all the bad habits and everything that we do, and, you know, our negative talk, and we put it in our backpack, and then we put our backpack on, then we carry that shit around with us all day long. For what? Just to make yourself feel bad? Why? When you can feel good. Not every day. You got to have bad days to know what good days are. But make the choice to feel good most of the time and get rid of that freaking backpack. Make yourself feel lighter. Make yourself feel more amazing. Drop the expectations and putting the pressure on yourself, and enjoy life so much more. Keep it simple. That's it. All right, let me know your thoughts. If you want to know more on my 4-week mindset online program, definitely hit me up with a private message or a comment below. And yeah, I can give you a call or I can chat to you via Facebook. Have a great day. Bye.